The most dangerous predator is the one you never see coming. In a world obsessed with alphas and betas, there exists a shadowy archetype that defies every label, every norm, and every expectation. The Sigma. They don't lead from the front or blend obediently into the crowd. They exist in the in-between, observing, calculating, and waiting. Unlike the peacocking alpha, a Sigma's presence is felt, not flaunted. They're the ones at the back of the room who already know what you're thinking and are 3 steps ahead of you before you even blink. Here's a little-known fact. Studies in behavioral psychology reveal that people who operate outside traditional social hierarchies are often the hardest to read and the most dangerous to underestimate. Sigmas thrive in this ambiguity. They don't chase power, they become it. Their greatest weapon isn't dominance or charm, it's something far more subtle, far more chilling. This trait is the silent killer of their persona, the ultimate Sigma flex. And trust me, it's not what you think. Buckle up, because what you're about to uncover isn't just fascinating, it's unnervingly close to home. Oh, and one more thing. If you think you're immune to a Sigma's influence, they probably already have you figured out. 1. Refusal to play zero-sum games. Sigmas have an uncanny ability to dismantle the rules of competition without anyone realizing what's happening. While others are locked in zero-sum games where one person's gain means another's loss, Sigmas refuse to play by those constraints. They don't just think outside the box, they walk past it, question why it exists, and then build a strategy that renders it irrelevant. They see opportunities in places no one else is looking, which often leaves their competitors scratching their heads, wondering how they missed it. For a Sigma, winning isn't about crushing the other person, it's about reshaping the game so that there's nothing left to compete over. They find paths where none existed before. While others waste energy fighting over limited resources or social positions, the Sigma quietly sidesteps the battle entirely and creates an outcome that serves their goals alone. This approach is so subtle that most people don't even realize they've been outmaneuvered until it's too late. What makes this trait so dangerous is its unpredictability. Sigmas don't telegraph their moves, they don't announce their intentions or draw attention to themselves. Instead, they observe, adapt, and act decisively when the time is right. This unpredictability gives them an almost unfair advantage, leaving those stuck in conventional strategies utterly unprepared. In the end, the Sigma doesn't just win, they redefine the meaning of success. Others might still be fighting over scraps, debating who's on top, but the Sigma, they've already walked away, having quietly taken everything they wanted without anyone noticing. It's not cheating, it's not luck, it's pure, unrelenting strategy. The brilliance of it? They'll leave you wondering if they even cared about winning in the first place. 2. Obsessive curiosity for forbidden knowledge. A Sigma's obsession with forbidden knowledge isn't just intellectual curiosity. It's an unrelenting need to explore what others fear, ignore, or deem off-limits. Where most people shy away from taboo subjects or uncomfortable truths, the Sigma dives in head first. This isn't reckless behavior. It's calculated, almost surgical. They understand that the most powerful insights often lie buried in the places society avoids, and they're unafraid to dig deep to uncover them. This trait makes them uniquely disruptive. By seeking out knowledge that challenges conventions, Sigmas expose the cracks in systems most people take for granted. They question not just why something works, but why it doesn't when it fails. Whether it's challenging long-held beliefs, exploring controversial ideas, or mastering hidden skills, their relentless curiosity equips them with perspectives and tools others can't even comprehend. The danger lies in how they use this knowledge. For a Sigma, information isn't just power, it's leverage. They don't seek forbidden truths to flaunt them. They use them strategically to reshape their environment, break down barriers, or create entirely new systems. Their insights can be revolutionary or devastating, depending on how they're applied. Sigmas don't adhere to traditional moral frameworks, so what they uncover can either enlighten or destabilize, depending on their goals. This curiosity also makes them incredibly resilient. By willingly facing the uncomfortable or unknown, they develop a mental toughness that allows them to navigate challenges others can't. They thrive in uncertainty because they've already trained themselves to confront it. The Sigma's obsession with forbidden knowledge isn't just about intellect, it's about power, autonomy, and the audacity to question the limits of what's possible. While others fear what lies in the shadows, the Sigma turns the unknown into their greatest ally. 3. Emotional detachment as a superpower. Sigmas possess a unique ability to detach emotionally from situations, which makes them both unpredictable and unnervingly calm under pressure. This isn't about being cold or unfeeling. It's about control. While others are ruled by their emotions, reacting impulsively or getting caught up in drama, the Sigma maintains an almost eerie composure. This emotional detachment allows them to think clearly and make decisions based on logic, strategy, and long-term outcomes rather than fleeting feelings. It's not that they don't feel emotions, they simply don't let those emotions dictate their actions. This makes them incredibly resilient in situations that would overwhelm most people. For example, in a heated argument, a Sigma won't lash out or lose their cool. Instead, they'll observe, analyze, and respond in a way that diffuses the situation or turns it to their advantage. This trait can be infuriating to others, who often mistake the Sigma's calm demeanor for indifference or arrogance. But in reality, it's a highly effective strategy for maintaining control and avoiding unnecessary conflict. The danger of this trait lies in its subtlety. Because Sigmas don't wear their emotions on their sleeves, it's difficult to predict what they're thinking or feeling. This makes them incredibly hard to manipulate. You can't guilt-trip a Sigma, provoke them into an emotional outburst, or play on their insecurities. They simply won't bite. What's more, this emotional detachment allows Sigmas to walk away from situations, relationships, or environments that no longer serve their goals. While others might cling to toxic dynamics out of fear, guilt, or attachment, the Sigma has no problem cutting ties and moving on. They understand that letting go isn't weakness, it's a form of strength. This ability to detach emotionally doesn't make Sigmas heartless, it makes them formidable. They're not controlled by their feelings, and that gives them a level of freedom and power most people can only dream of. 4. The weaponization of silence. In a world that glorifies loudness, attention-seeking, and oversharing, the Sigma wields silence like a weapon. They don't speak unless they have something meaningful to say, and when they do speak, people listen. This is because their silence creates an air of mystery and authority that draws others in, often without them even realizing it. While others fill the air with noise trying to prove themselves or dominate conversations, the Sigma sits back and observes. They let others reveal their intentions, weaknesses, and strategies, all while keeping their own cards close to their chest. This makes them incredibly difficult to read and even harder to predict. Silence, for a Sigma, isn't just the absence of words, it's a form of power. It allows them to control the flow of conversations, create tension, and command respect without ever raising their voice. This can be both disarming and intimidating to those around them, who often find themselves second-guessing their own words and actions in the presence of a Sigma. The danger of this trait lies in its subtlety. Because Sigmas don't rely on overt displays of power or dominance, their influence often goes unnoticed until it's too late. By the time someone realizes they've been outmaneuvered, the Sigma has already achieved their goal and moved on. What's more, this strategic use of silence allows Sigmas to avoid unnecessary conflict and drama. They don't waste energy arguing, defending themselves, or trying to prove a point. Instead, they let their actions speak for themselves, which often carries far more weight than words ever could. In a world that rewards noise, the Sigma's silence is a quiet rebellion, and an incredibly effective one at that. 5. Mastery of nonverbal communication. Sigmas are acutely aware of the power of nonverbal communication. While others focus solely on what they say, Sigmas understand that their body language, facial expressions, and even their silence can convey far more than words ever could. This awareness allows them to control how they're perceived and manipulate social dynamics to their advantage. For example, a simple, steady gaze can command attention and convey confidence, while a subtle smirk can disarm an opponent or undermine their argument. without a single word being spoken. Sigmas use these tools deliberately, crafting an aura of authority, mystery, or charm, depending on the situation. What sets Sigmas apart is their ability to read others just as effectively as they project their own image. They're highly attuned to the nonverbal cues of those around them, picking up on micro-expressions, body language, and tone of voice to gauge emotions, intentions, and weaknesses. This makes them exceptionally skilled at navigating social situations, whether it's building rapport, diffusing tension, or gaining the upper hand in a negotiation. This mastery of nonverbal communication also makes Sigmas incredibly persuasive. They don't need to rely on flashy rhetoric or grand gestures to win people over. A well-timed glance, a confident posture, or a knowing smile is often enough to sway opinions and influence outcomes. The danger of this trait lies in its subtlety. Because it's so understated, many people don't even realize they're being influenced by a Sigma until it's too late. This makes Sigmas both enigmatic and highly effective in any social or professional setting. In a world that often overlooks the power of the unspoken, Sigmas thrive by mastering the art of what's left unsaid. 6. Emotional resilience. Sigmas are known for their emotional resilience, a trait that sets them apart in a world where emotional volatility often dictates behavior. They don't let external circumstances or the opinions of others dictate their emotional state. Instead, they maintain an internal equilibrium that allows them to navigate challenges with composure and clarity. This resilience stems from their ability to detach from situations and view them objectively. While others may react impulsively or let emotions cloud their judgment, Sigmas take a step back, analyze the situation, and respond in a way that aligns with their goals and values. Their emotional independence is both a strength and a shield. It protects them from being easily manipulated or thrown off course by criticism, rejection, or failure. Sigmas understand that setbacks are a natural part of life and see them as opportunities for growth rather than reasons to give up. What's more, this resilience makes Sigmas dependable in high-pressure situations. When others panic or crumble under stress, Sigmas remain calm and focused, often stepping in to provide solutions or leadership when it's most needed. However, this trait can also make them appear cold or unfeeling to those who don't understand them. Because they don't wear their emotions on their sleeves, others may misinterpret their composure as indifference or detachment. But for Sigmas, emotional resilience isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about mastering them. By staying grounded and self-assured, Sigmas create a sense of stability that draws others to them, whether they realize it or not. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, this calm, unshakable presence is both rare and magnetic. Final note. The Sigma personality is a compelling blend of independence, introspection, and adaptability. These traits make them unique. Individuals who don't conform to societal norms or expectations, yet still find ways to thrive and inspire others. Sigmas are not defined by their desire to lead or follow, but by their unwavering commitment to authenticity and self-reliance. They walk their own path, driven by their internal compass rather than external pressures. This makes them enigmatic, often misunderstood, but deeply respected by those who take the time to understand them. In a world that often rewards conformity, Sigmas remind us of the power of individuality. Their ability to stay true to themselves while navigating a complex and ever-changing world is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Whether you identify as a Sigma or simply admire their qualities, there's much to learn from their example. Stay grounded, embrace change, and never stop striving to become the best version of yourself.